G'day reefers, I'm Cam the Fish Guy. Welcome to Gallery Aquatica TV. Today we're visiting a reef tank that has been meticulously planned out. It beautifully utilises the space available for the tank and the filtration. So let's have a look at this tank, how it's been designed, and maybe you'll get some inspiration for your next reef build. Check it out, how good is this tank? It beautifully fills the space and the fish and corals are going really well. It's a very young tank, it's only 6 months old, so it's really just becoming established, but everything is looking really happy and healthy. We're going to have a look at the lighting, we'll look at the livestock, we'll look at the filtration, and then we'll look at the way this system has utilised the space available and why it's such a well planned out system. There's a really sensible number of fish and corals in this young tank. So looking at the fish first, we've got a coral beauty and a flame angel. So 2 dwarf angels in this tank. They're getting along okay because it's a large tank and there's lots of hiding places. There's also a royal gramma, a pair of Bangui cardinals, and interestingly, the male Bangui cardinal has a mouthful of eggs, so they're clearly happy in this tank. There's also a pair of clownfish and a pajama cardinal. It's a well and truly well-stocked tank for the age. There will be more fish coming in the future for this tank. The corals are doing really well also. There's a Goniopora garden, a hammer garden. We've got the scollies in here doing very well. There's a beautiful trachea showing some great polyp extension. Everything is doing really well, and what I like to see about in this tank for a tank of this age is the fact that the coralline algae is coming along nicely. There's very little problem algae, but the coralline algae is a good indication that this is a healthy ecosystem. So let's check out the equipment that's running this tank, starting with the lights. I really like the cabinet and hood on this system. I really like to enclose the lights and the filtration. You see a lot of tanks where the lighting is out in the open, and that can look good as well, but in this case it's hidden behind this hood. So let's open up and have a look at the lighting. And we've got 3 Gen 5 Radions. They're blues, and they're just suspended at the moment with this from this rail at the top. At some point I expect that we'll fix this up so it's a little bit neater, but you can see that these 3 Radions are really lighting the tank beautifully. Let's check out underneath at the filtration. We've taken the cabinetry off this system, and you can see there's the powder coated black stand. Looks really good, nice and secure for the big tank above. But the first thing I notice is the size of this acrylic Hamali sump. It's an absolutely beautiful sump. It's almost as long as the tank itself. Let's have a look at the different sections of this sump and what they're doing. So on the left hand side, we've got the filter roller. And this filter roller comes with the system, so it's customized for this sump. From the filter roller, water moves through a refugium section, and we've got 2 refugium lights. They're both AI primes, doing a really good job growing keto. They're not actually lit up at the moment because the refugium runs an alternate time to the display tank. Water then moves through the protein skimmer section, it's a Royal exclusive, and into the return pump section. The plumbing, we've got 3 drains on the left and the return on the right. And the most interesting thing about this system is that this is not the entire space for filtration. There's a very well utilized section behind the tank that we'll have a look at now. Here we are underneath the stairs behind the tank. Now this is where all of the controllers have been placed, the dosing pump, the chiller, it's all under here. It's a really good utilization of the space, and let's see how it's been done. This is really the control center for the system, and we've got our different controllers mounted here. There's the return pump, the manifold pump, the Gaia wave makers. We've got the Apex brain, it's mounted here beautifully, and inside this cabinet we've got all of the power points as well as the power supplies. So it's a really neat system. Behind us we have the Apex DOS, we've got the Dosatronic and our supplements below. There's also a chiller which isn't currently being used, and we're going to set up a system that runs water from the tank through this area onto the other side for the UV sterilizer. Let's have a quick look at that. We're in the garage now, behind the control center under the stairs, and this is where we're going to mount the UV sterilizer. It's going to sit on the wall just here. Perfect position for it. We'll be able to easily take it down off the wall so we can change the bulb, and really this will be the perfect space for our UV sterilization for this system. This tank has been running for 6 months now, but it was over 12 months before this tank was filled that the planning began. There was a lot of time and effort put into ensuring that the equipment was correct for the tank, that the dimensions for the tank were exactly what suited the space, and that all the equipment that was needed was allocated a specific spot, as we saw under the stairs and in the garage behind. And when you put the time and effort into planning out your reef system to suit the space that you've got, you really do reap the benefits. And you can see in this tank, as such a young tank, it's going really, really well. So we'll bring you back to Planned Reef in the future, and we'll show you how it develops over time. We'll show you the UV sterilizer and the upgrades to the filtration that have yet to be done. So thanks for watching this episode of Gallery Aquatica TV. I'm Cam the Fish Guy. Happy reefing. That's it for this week's episode of Gallery Aquatica TV. Don't forget to like and comment on all our videos and subscribe to our channel. Stay tuned to Gallery Aquatica TV for more exciting episodes to come. I'm Cam the Fish Guy. Happy reefing!